अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नारायण परा वेदा देवा नारायण गजाः नारायण परालोका नारायण परामखाः नारायण परो योगो नारायण परं तपः नारायण परं ज्ञानं नारायण परागतिः। तस्मातेकेन मनसा भगवान् सात्वतां पतिः श्रोतव्यकीर्तितव्यश्च ध्येयपूज्यश्च नित्यदा। जयति जगति मायां यस्य कायाधवस्ति वचनरचनमेकं केवलं शाकलय्य ध्रुवपदमपि यातो यत्कृपातो ध्रुवोऽयं शकलकुशलपात्रं ब्रह्मपुत्रं नतास्मि। सर्वेभ्यः नमस्कारः। We are seeing the Narada Bhakti Sutras, and in the Narada Bhakti Sutras, we are seeing the Lakshanas of Parama Bhakti as said by Sri Narada Muni. And Narada Muni says not only his ideas, he also takes the ideas of other great bhaktas of his time or in the ancient time. And he is telling the Lakshanas of Para Bhakti. That is, when a person has Para Bhakti, or when a person's bhakti escalates to para bhakti, what are the lakshanas? The main lakshana is the feeling or the presence of Bhagavan near us. When we do chant mantras and when we do pujas, his presence near us, that is the main lakshana. So now let us see what are the great acharyas at that time tell about the lakshanas. Different lakshanas, they have their own ideas, and let us see that. And Sutra 16, Pujadishvanuraga iti Parasharyaha. According to Parasharya, Parasharya means the son of Parashara, who is Vedavyasa. According to Vedavyasa, the main lakshana of para bhakti is Pujadishu, like puja. When a person do puja, that is, he involves his physical organs. We do puja with our hand, physical organs, chanting mantras along with it, and mind is also involved in it. So the organs of action along with the mind. So this combination that gives by that we feel the presence of Bhagavan, says Vedavyasa. And Vedavyasa says that Pujadishu means like puja. So whatever we do with the physical organs, that anuraga, attachment to that, is Parama Prema. So that is the lakshana of Parama Prema. When we see a person doing puja, then it is the indication that he is in that path of Parama Prema, or Parama Prema towards Bhagavan, or Para Bhakti. When we see Pujadishu, he is telling. So when we see a person cleaning the temple like that, many people have that interest. If it is a Sunday, they don't take rest. They go to the temple and clean the place there, or do some work in the temple, distributing prasadas to the bhaktas, or some work they do. So all these are the indications of Para Bhakti. Some people, they are interested in saving money and building temple. So that is also an indication of Para Bhakti. So all these are some of the celebrating the festivals in the temple. They take their own interest and they go and collect money and put annadana in the temple, or whatever that is. They celebrate the temple festival. So there will be some groups there to do this. So they are interested in doing such activities. So this indicates Para Bhakti, or their bhakti is evolving. It indicates that. So these are the signs of lakshanas of Parabhakti according to Vedavyasa. In the beginning, we may do the puja as a daily routine. Because if we have a puja room in our house, as a routine, we do pujas. So when we do puja with ananya bhakti, with a undivided mind, that is unswearing devotion towards Bhagavan, then we will feel his presence. So again and again we do puja. Again and again we feel his presence. So in the end, what happens is, in the long run, what happens is, to experience his presence itself, we do puja. In the beginning, we do puja as a rule or a rite or a ritual. But in the long run, we will be interested in it because we feel his presence. The feeling of Bhavan is definitely gives bliss for anyone. So to experience that feeling itself, we continue doing puja. So a person who is interested in doing puja indicates it is a lakshana for parabhakti because he is feeling the presence of Bhagavan. And if we do not feel the presence of Bhagavan, we will do it just as a customary rite and will not be involved in it. But when we involve in puja and when we do it, we experience the presence of Bhagavan, and it becomes that itself becomes the lakshana of parabhakti. And Vedavyasa says that we can, to do the puja, we can take the support of the vigraha or the photos or the images of in our house, like that. But all that are not important. They only induce bhakti. They only support the bhakti. Bhakti is purely, it's a feeling. So to get that feeling, we can use the vigraha or all that. But more than that, the feeling, feeling towards Bhagavan, that parama prema towards Bhagavan, that is supreme. Vedavyasa says. So according to Vedavyasa, doing pujas and like things, puja dishu like things, that is the indication of parabhakti. Now Sri Narada quotes another acharya. What is his idea about the lakshana of parabhakti? Kadadishviti Gargaha. Gargacharya says, Katha, Anuraga in Katha, that is, Anuraga means attachment. Attachment in Katha, that is hearing the Leelas of Bhagavan, telling about Bhagavan. So wherever there is a satsang, some people, they just run off just to hear about the stories of Bhagavan again and again. They know about it, but when they hear it again and again from different people, they have that anuraga for that. And that's the main reason behind so many versions of Ramayana. They have an anuraga to retell the story again and again. And when they retell the story again and again, their own understanding also they will join with it. So that gives a different version of that original Ramayana. Original Ramayana is written by, we all know, Valmiki. But many people have given different versions of it because they have an anuraga to write that Ramayana again and again, to tell the Krishna Kathas again and again, to tell about the Shiva Leelas again and again. They have an anuraga for that. Gargacharya says that this is the lakshana of Parabhakti. He has that view about Parabhakti. And Gargacharya, I know maybe we all know that Gargacharya was a great acharya. He was a great writer and the priest of the Yadavas. Actually, Gargacharya was on the verge of getting liberation. He was a great acharya of bhakti and he was on the verge of getting liberation. At that time, Sri Narada Muni said that, now if you get liberation, you will not be born again. So Gargacharya said, yes, that's what I absolutely need. I want to merge in Brahman. And Sri Narada said that if you are not born again, then you will miss the chance of being the Acharya, that is the chief priest of the Yadava clan. And Gargacharya said, so what? What's the big deal about it? And Narada Muni said, in that clan only, Bhagavan Sriman Narayana, he will take avatara as Krishna and he will be born there in the Yadava clan. Immediately Gargacharya says, no, I don't want liberation. I want to be born again as an Acharya, again as a human. I want to get the human birth. I want to become an Acharya for the Yadava clan. So Gargacharya was the chief priest or the guru of the Yadava Kula, and Gargacharya was the Acharya. He was very good in astrology also, and Jyotisha Pandit. He was a great Jyotisha Pandit, great writer, and he named the Krishna, Bhagavan Krishna as Krishna, and Bhagavan Balarama as Balarama. That name Gargacharya gave to these children. So one of his great works was Garga Samhita. Garga Samhita is a great work. It is telling about the incidents of Radha Krishna. The Leelas of Radha Krishna were very beautifully and rightly said in Garga Samhita. Even in Srimad Bhagavata, the Radha Krishna Leelas are not that great. They didn't tell about Bhagavan Vedavyasa did not tell about the Radha Krishna Leelas. They had said about the Krishna Leelas. But Radha Krishna Leelas are very beautifully said in Garga Samhita. So whatever we know about Radha and Krishna, we know from the Garga Samhita only. So that is very beautifully explained in Garga Samhita. And since he is a writer and he has an anuraga for writing and telling stories, he said, Parama Bhakti is only telling stories, listening to stories, writing stories about Bhagavan, writing hymns, writing slokas on Bhagavan. So that the power of the words mingled with the power of the mind, that is Parabhakti. Parama Prema towards Bhagavan is we have to involve the words and the mind. That is Parabhakti, and that is the indication of Parama Prema towards Bhagavan. Gargacharya said, so anuraga towards words and mind. That combination is the lakshana of parabhakti. When a person writes a story on Bhagavan, or when he writes a poem, then it indicates, that is the lakshana, that his bhakti is evolving, and it is the indication of parabhakti, says Gargacharya. Says Shravana and Bhashanam, hearing and speaking on the glories of Bhagavan. Actually, what Gargacharya says is, when we Shravana and Bhashana, when we hear and speak on Bhagavan, our mind will completely involved in it. So that removes the sin and all the negative impressions in our mind. So Kadadishu idi Gargaha. So what Gargacharya says, like Katha means it can also mean Japa. That also means involves the words and mind, prayer, reading Swadhyaya, just reading the scriptures, and Sankirtanam, Sambhashanam, communicating, teaching about Bhagavan's stories. So all these are the great indication for Parabhakti. And one must understand that we cannot speak on Bhagavan if we do not have complete interest in it. Unless we have that unswerving devotion towards Bhagavan, we cannot tell about the kathas, or we cannot continue in that job itself. So that itself is the indication of Parabhakti towards Bhagavan, says Gargacharya. So there are few more acharyas who says about the lakshana of Parabhakti, which I will continue in my next upload. Om Namo Narayanaya.